But let's look at UConn and some history here, Max. Just in this game alone, they shot the ball better. They out-rebounded Purdue, had 10 more assists, turned the ball over less. They were just better. They had 4 guys in double figures led by Tristen Newton's 20 points. He was the most outstanding player of the Final Four.
Well deserved.
Also led the championship last year in scoring with 19. Okay, back-to-back leading the championship game in scoring. Jeez, Tristen Newton. UConn is the first #1 overall seed to win a national championship since 2013 Louisville. It's been that long. The brothel, yes.
Picked them that year. I picked Louisville.
Hey. UConn, speaking of picking, UConn was picked preseason #3 in the Big East poll. Okay, and Dan Hurley, he'll remind you they were closer to 4th than they were to 2nd. Okay, not big expectations coming into this season. Not big expectations losing Jordan Hawkins and Andre Jackson, first-round picks, and then the most outstanding player in the Final Four, Adama Sanogo, losing those 3 guys. Wasn't big expectations coming into this season. But UConn now has 12 straight NCAA tournament wins by at least 13 points. No national champion had ever won all 6 NCAA tournament games by 13 plus until UConn did it last year. Now they do it again. Wow. This time they won all 6 by 14, up in the ante. This is the largest point differential ever in a single NCAA tournament. 140 points, UConn outscored their opponents. The largest ever for a champion. This is the second largest win margin over the span of 2 NCAA tournaments. 21.7 points per game they've won these last 12 NCAA tournaments by. 21.7 points per game. The team that to beat them by 0.8 of a point, 22.5 points per game, was the 1967-68 UCLA Bruins, who had 5 NBA players led by John Wooden, and of course, a guy now we know as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was Lou Alcindor back then.
That's right. Yeah.
They beat that 2-year span for those Bruins, beat this 2-year span for the Huskies by 0.8 points for a point differential over a 2-year NCAA tournament run. That's nuts.
Yeah.
UConn is now 12-0 in the Final Four and 6-0 in national championship games, all since 1999. They've never lost a Final Four game. And in retrospect, in comparison, a Big Ten team from the conference of the Big Ten has been to the national championship game in 8 of the last 23 NCAA tournaments, 0-8. 0-8. This is the 9th time that a school has won back-to-back national championships and only the 3rd since the tournament expanded in 1985. Of course, we have Duke in 91-92 and the Gators of Florida, 06-07.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the 3rd time that we've had a national champion with at least 37 wins.
Wow.
Kentucky in 2012 with Anthony Davis, MKG, they had 38, and my Jayhawks in 2008 had 37. UConn is now the 4th program with 6 national championships. Max, can you name me the other 3 programs?
North Carolina.
North Carolina has 6 along with UConn.
Duke.
Duke does not.
Ooh, 4?
Yeah.
They have 4 then.
I think 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5. UCLA.
Duke has 5, just to confirm.
Got
5 for Duke. UCLA has 11. That is the most.
Yes. There's one more, huh?
One more, number 2 with 8 national championships, also a blue blood.
Also a blue blood.
Is
it Kentucky? Kentucky. Yeah. Okay.
The Wildcats of Kentucky.
Wildcats,
so just to update everybody, it's UCLA with 11, Kentucky with 8, UConn 6, North Carolina 6, Duke with 5, Indiana with 5, Kansas with 4. Okay. So now they're in the top 3, top 4, tied in 3rd. Max, you brought it up just a little bit ago. I want to ask you, is this the most dominant 2-year run that we've seen in our lifetime in college basketball? We want to compare them probably to the Gators of Florida, back-to-back 06-07. UConn, over these last 2 years, they have a record of 68-11. 68-11 the Huskies are over these last 2 years. Looking at Florida in 06-07, those 2 years, exactly 68-11.
Wow.
Same fucking
Wow.
record. Max,
Man.
the biggest thing for me here is Dan Hurley, because you look at that Gators team, they returned their top 7 scorers from the team that won the first one to the next one. They returned their top 7 guys. Okay, it was the same team. This Huskies team, way different. Way different. You bring in freshman Steph Castle, your guy Cam
Spencer.
It's a whole new team. It's a whole new team. Hats off to Dan Hurley. Is this the best 2-year run that we've seen?
That's a tough one. That's really a tough one. I like a team that sticks together. So I do love that the Florida Gators stick together, one another one, and then, I mean, in comparison, when you have Joakim, there might be a soft J in there.
Maybe
Joakim Noah and Al Horford, Corey Brewer. Who else was on that team? There's Mike Miller. Was he on that team too?
No. Torian Green, Lee Humphreys. That was the starting backcourt. You had Chris Richard off the bench. Very good.
Very good team. But I don't know. I've watched so many Connecticut games these past 2 years. Of course, it almost makes me biased towards that. But honestly, I think that this was Connecticut this season. Again, this is probably the best team I've ever seen. So I'll give it to them.
No national champion had ever won all 6 by at least 13 plus. They've done that in back-to-back years now. The point differential, winning all 12 of these games by 21.7 points, 21.7 point win margin in these 12 NCAA tournament games. Come on, that's only the UCLA Bruins and Lou Alcindor and John Wooden can say that. Okay, I gotta say this is the best team, best 2-year run that I've seen. I'm with you, Max.
Yeah.
Hats off to Dan Hurley, Tristen Newton, Donovan Clingan. You guys are national champions. Go fucking Huskies.